Hey YouTube, welcome to this full body DOMS stretch. If you'd like a more targeted practice today, I already have two videos, one for upper body, one for lower body, and I'll leave a link to them both down below. Otherwise, this class is going to be the perfect head to toe refresher. We're going to be moving around a little bit, getting our circulation going, which is really going to help your recovery and hopefully have you back in the gym in no time. So if you like this video, please don't forget to hit that like button, leave me a comment down below, and make sure you're subscribed as well so you never miss a free class with me. And we're going to start on our back today. So come on down. If you want to grab a pillow for your head, please do go ahead. And maybe bend in the knees and just give yourself a few moments here to settle, get as comfy as you can. Take a deep breath in and a long breath out. Lovely. With each exhale, just allowing your body to melt into the floor. And just taking this moment to acknowledge where we're at. How do we feel? Where are the main hot spots for us? Okay, from here, we're going to bring the right knee in towards the chest. Just give it a light squeeze. And then maybe take a little rock from side to side with that knee. So just massaging into the hip flexor. Very, very good. Okay, flexing the right foot, you're going to cross it over your left knee. And then using your opposite hand, so your left hand, you're going to grab a hold of that foot and just start to move the ankle around. So it's a little bit for the wrist, it's a little bit for the ankle, also getting a little bit of a glute stretch, but we're going to go deeper. Okay, good. From here, releasing that foot and then going to bring the legs in closer, and then maybe let's grab the back of the left thigh or the left shin for some of us. See how tight you feel. If this is too much, you can keep your left foot on the mat and just enjoy the stretch here if you're feeling particularly tight. So pick your intensity. And as you inhale, see if you can send it all the way into that right hip. Good. One more breath here. And as you exhale, release. Good. Let's bring the right foot onto the mat. Hug the left knee in. And maybe just moving it side to side, massaging into the hip. Good. And then flexing that foot, cross it over. And then with your right hand, catch a hold of the foot, and we're just going to begin to move that ankle around, get into the wrist a little bit as well. Good. And then flexing that foot. Either enjoying the stretch here or bring the legs in closer. Grab the back of your right thigh or your right shin. You just want to keep your head and shoulders nice and relaxed here. Soften across your jaw. Just think about sending oxygen, energy into that left hip. Good. On your next exhalation, gently release. Bring both feet to the mat. Take them a little bit wider, taking your arms either into a cactus position or straight arms out to the sides. And we're just going to gently swipe the knees from side to side. So getting a little twist through the waist, into the hips a little bit as well. I'm going to treat this almost like a little bit of a massage, really. Good. Next time your knees come back through center, we're going to bring them into the chest. Give yourself a little squeeze. Hands underneath the back of the knees, and we're going to gently just rock up and down the spine a few times, just like 3 or 4 times. Very nice. And then next time you come up, stretch out the legs, bring the hands behind, and we're just going to point one foot, flex the other, and alternate through that. So just getting some circulation down to the lower half of the body. Also gives the lower back a little bit of a loosen up as well, a bit through the shoulders. Very nice, good. And then let's circle the ankles. And the opposite way. Very good. Lovely. From here, bring your feet about hip width. Let's take a nice big inhale, reach up as much as you can. And then as you exhale, hinging from the hip, forward folding. So if you are particularly tight today, you're going to stay quite upright. Feel that stretch down the back of the legs. And with each exhale, see if you can hinge just a little further forwards. Maybe some of us grab our ankles or our toes. Try not to be too obsessed with catching those toes and rounding the back. Lovely, good. And then from here, slowly coming back up, bending into the knees. Let's come into an all fours position from here. Taking cat-cow. So inhale, drop your belly, shine your heart forwards. Exhale, curl through the spine, push those shoulder blades apart. Lovely, in your own time. Inhale, we arch. Exhale, we round. Good, and then finding just a little bit of free movement. So you're welcome to stick with this. Otherwise, it might feel good to just see how the hips are feeling, side to side. You might shift forwards and back, round in circles. Just take a moment here to work out anything that feels helpful for you. Nice. Very good. Then we're going to come back to a neutral all fours position. Spread the fingers really, really wide, connect to the mat, and we're going to make some circles over the wrists. So sometimes the hands and the forearms can get neglected. They work really, really hard for us in the gym, and sometimes they're kind of forgotten to be stretched out, so we're going to do that. Circle the opposite way. If it feels too sensitive, definitely just have more weight in your feet, just so you can control that a bit more and you're not placing too much weight into the wrists. Perfect, good. From here, we're going to come onto the tops of both hands. See if you can keep the fingers spread wide and give them a little wriggle. Now, this might be enough for some of us. Getting the arms straight might already be a bit of a challenge. If you do want a little bit more, you can lean back to give yourself more of a stretch in the forearm and the top of the wrist. But please, please, please be careful with yourself. If it's making you pull ugly faces, you're maybe going a bit too hard. So be kind and just back off for today. Lovely, good. Okay, from here, release the hands. We're going to come into a toe stretch, so tuck in those toes, and we're going to sit the heels back sit the sitting bones back to the heels. You can keep your hands down if it's too much. That's absolutely fine. Otherwise, we're going to come on up. Give those wrists a little bit of a shake. Shake out the shoulders. Nice. Let the weight be heavy in your feet. I know it feels like your toes are going to break. They won't. They're fine. They're very hardy. Okay, good. And then from here, let's release the hands out in front. Untuck the toes. Give them a little tap out. And then send the knees a little bit further back to bring yourself all the way onto your tummy. From here, we're going to take the right arm out to the right. Palm is down and it's in line with your shoulder. Right ear to the mat. Bend your left knee. And then the left knee is going to come all the way up and over. Left toes are going to find the floor. Let your head relax onto the floor. And just let gravity kind of pull that left knee open and back. So it's a lot happening in the shoulder, the waist. Relax your jaw. See if you can let go of any gripping in your fingertips. Wonderful, good. And then slowly come back onto your tummy and we'll do the opposite side. So left arm out, palm is flat, left ear down, right knee bends, up and over, lean back. Let your head be nice and relaxed and let it find the floor. Very nice. Take one more breath here. Exhale, come back onto your tummy, hands underneath the shoulders. Separate your feet, maybe as wide as your mat. And then as you inhale, we're going to slowly lift the chest any amount that feels good. So it might just be here. We might get our arms fully extended. You get to decide how far you go today. For some of us, dropping the head back feels good. I'll let you decide. See if you can keep sending your breath down to your lower belly. Very nice. And then we're going to slowly lower all the way down. Bring your big toes together now and come back to a child's pose. So settling the sit bones back, forehead to mat. You can keep your hands in front if this feels good, or bring your hands just by your heels. Let your shoulders drop down to your sides. Relaxing the upper back. A really nice restorative pose. Good. And then from here, let's bring the hands just in front of the knees. Lift up the head. And then from here, tuck the toes. And we're going to come into a hanging forward fold. So rolling over the feet, nice and slow. Soften through the knees. You can catch opposite elbows if you want. Take a little rock, side to side, a little bounce. Whatever feels good to release the body. Nice generous bend in the knees is probably the nicest here. Let the upper body be supported. Very nice. Good. From here, let's bring the fingertips down, turn the toes out, and we're going to come into a deep squat. So slowly, particularly if you are particularly tight, those heels might lift off, and that's okay. Once you arrive, we're just going to move it around so it's not too harsh or too intense. So maybe it's a little side to side. You might rock forwards and back. Something else. Just see what's possible in this shape. Very nice, good. From here, we're going to find a comfortable seat. So for some of us, it'll be kneeling. It might be cross-legged. You get to decide. Okay, good. From here, let's inhale, reach the arms up. Interlace the fingers and then press your palms into the ceiling. Take a little bit of an intuitive stretch here. Maybe it's side to side. This might encourage a yawn. Let it happen. Wonderful, good. And then from here, we're going to press the backs of the hands forwards, tuck the chin to the chest, and then breathe into your upper back. Let your head drop down. Good. And then as you inhale, lift your head, take your hands behind, interlace your fingers, squeeze the palms together, lift the heart. If you want more, see if you can draw your fist away from the small of your back. See how you feel. Relax the jaw, relax the tongue. Lovely, good. And then from here, releasing the hands, just have a little bit of a wriggle of the shoulders. Nice, last couple of stretches. We're going to take one hand behind and you're either just going to tuck it into your waistband with the palm facing out like so, or for some of us, you might be able to grab your opposite elbow. And then from here, letting that shoulder drop down, opposite ear drops the other way, just stretching out the neck. Lovely, and then slowly roll your chin to your chest. Let's do the opposite side. So other hand either tucks just into your waistband, palm facing out, or see if we can grab for that elbow and then drop in the opposite ear the opposite way. Lovely. Slowly roll your chin to your chest. Release both hands. Take a little roll of the shoulders. Find your little wriggle. Good. And then on your next in-breath, whenever it arrives, take a nice big breath in. Exhale, hands together at heart center. Thank you so much for choosing to practice with me today. I really hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you on the next one very soon. Bye.